Welcome, welcome, welcome to On Fire to Inspire. I am your host, Aaliyah, your purpose midwife. I tell you, I'm so happy that you all have chosen to join us tonight. Do me a favor and hit that share button because we're going to have a great, great time with our recording artist guest tonight. So, again, as I'm thanking our sponsors, I need y'all to do me a favor and hit that share button. So, tonight I want to thank our sponsors real quickly. Our first sponsor is my big brother and pastor, Apostle Ricky D. Surratt. He is the author of um, Leadership Inside Trajectory. That's the name of the book, and it is an awesome, awesome leadership tool. So if you are a leader in any capacity, you definitely want to get that on your toolkit and get that on your bookshelf. It is Leadership Inside Trajectory, and you can find it at iworkfaith.com. Also, if you are a lady and love to Zumba, you love to exercise, we have exercises with a licensed Zumba instructor. So even if you follow Dance with Mina, and if you go to Come Dance with Mina, you'll be able to follow her. And she does virtual and local shows, sessions, Mondays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. But if you follow Come Dance with Mina at 6 p.m., you will actually be able to see that on Mondays and Thursdays. And you will actually enjoy yourself, have a good time, get a good sweat on, get some stress relief. I tell y'all, we have a ball. So come visit us with that. And if you don't have any of my projects, we have the coloring book. And y'all, happy coloring book day. Today is coloring book day. So if you don't have that new affirmational coloring book that I released, well, actually, it's not brand new, but hey, it's still new. It came out last summer. But you can go get that at bit.ly/I am coloring. Get your copy of that because every single page reminds you of who you are. I am beautiful, it says. I am redeemed. I am exactly who he's called me to be. Great evening, everybody, as you're joining. Make sure you hit that share button because we're going to be bringing our guest on shortly, and we're going to have a great, great time with her. So that is our guest, our sponsor number 2, Mom Biz Boss, mombizboss.org. That's mom, bizboss.org. If you are a female who loves entrepreneurship, you're an aspiring entrepreneur, you want to connect with mombizboss.org. Mom Biz Boss stands for multiple operational managers. So as mothers, we wear so many hats, and many of us have our own businesses in some capacity. So you want to connect with other like-minded women and have the opportunity to learn, collaborate. They have monthly brunches and great, great speakers. So I'm telling you, you definitely want to connect. That's mombizboss.org. So without further ado, we're going to jump in and have a great, great interview with the one and only Miss Lou Taylor. We want to welcome Lou to On Fire to Inspire platform. Welcome to On Fire to Inspire, Lou. How are you?
Good. Hey, I'm good. How are y'all?
We are great. We are great. Thank you so much for joining us this
Yeah.
evening.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, ma'am. So as I was reading your bio, you are a recording artist. You are a house hacker. You love decorating. You love renovating. Tell us, what is a house hacker?
So, a house hacker is one that basically lives in a home and also rents out of that home. So, this is my initial investment startup where I have bought my home like some years ago. And since buying it, I have rented it out, with short term rentals and long term rentals. And it's been very successful. And it's a great way of making and saving money at the same time. So, I encourage every first time home buyer, especially, millennials, singles, to get into it while they can.
Okay, so it's a way of getting into investment while owning.
Hmm. So you
I
can have your
love it.
whole entire housing, paid while you're living there. Some people do it with a duplex. If you don't have a
Mhm.
duplex, you can do it with a single family. So there's ways to work it and around it. So yeah.
Okay, okay, that's a new concept.
Mhm.
So you are also a recording artist. How long have you been singing?
I've been singing for a long time, like literally since I was a child. I've been singing, but professionally and actually out there on major platforms, I would say within like the last 2 years, But
Okay.
actually, in my early 20s, I had done so, but then I stopped, like mid 20s and going into later. And so here I am back at it again.
Well, honey, when I hear those angelic chords, I'm like, whoa, who is that?
Thank you.
Now you released a project recently, and tell us what's the title of it?
So it's an EP, a 5-track song called Nude. And basically it's just symbolic of the naked truth and being as open as possible when when you're nude, you're in your most vulnerable self where every flaw, every scar, everything can be shown. So that's really what it was symbolic to, of me just being open and very transparent within music because it's been a long time coming. I haven't released music on my own. I featured and have sang with other people on their projects, but was always too scared or, allowed the comparison game to really get me. And so it really took the Lord uh, to deal with me and honestly process me and just kind of heal some areas that I didn't realize were affecting my growth within releasing music. And so this was kind of like my I don't say out of the closet because it has this new term nowadays, but
Yeah.
this is me basically like coming out to the world like, hey, here I am as an artist. My name is Lou, and this is Jesus every day. Like as a Christian believer, we go through different emotions, so here we are.
You know what? I like how you said that because there are so many in the now that God is saying, I am bringing you from out of the background and I'm
Mhm.
bringing you to the forefront. And so you are a definite example of what he's doing. He's taking you out of that background and saying, hey, okay, yeah, you've served it with them, you've sang with them, but now it's time for you to sing and give me glory. So
Mhm.
one of the things I was telling another young lady when the Lord gave me a word for her was, it's because he can trust you. And you said you're making his name great, so now he wants to make your name great.
Yeah.
So tell us, how can they find the new project? You said the new project has 5 songs on it. Well, first, before where they can find it, what kinds of songs? Like what kind of genres can we look for?
So with this project, I was very intentional with making it very diverse within genre sounds. Okay. And
Okay.
so you have some tracks that are more so pop hip hop, others that might be a little bit more Caribbean Afrobeat, feel, and then some others that are more of a pop rock or CCM. And it was on purpose because I really wanted to show my versatility because nobody knows who I am, right? And so with that, it's kind of like an initial resume. Like, here's what I do, here's the sounds I like, and this is my gift. And so my favorite song, which is also the single called Not Another Job, I wrote on a job that I was previously quit. And it was really just talking about like the financial aspect of life, how we can get stuck in the, nuances of a 9 to 5 versus really fulfilling our potential and our gift. So we have a song like that, and then a song that's just really encouraging to the soul and to the emotional state of a person, just from trauma that I've been through. And another song called Destination Good Vibe, which is another favorite for most people, and it's really like the journey about heaven. So every song is a standalone masterpiece, where it has its own meaning, and it was on purpose because I really wanted to touch on certain things of life that we all deal with, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, relationally. So I really wanted to hone in on those things, but in a practical way that invites Jesus in.
Okay. So did you write all 5 of these songs?
I did. I'm a songwriter as well. And I've been
Okay.
songwriting since I was young. Funny thing, actually, I forget when, and I had a songbook when I was younger, but I cannot find it for the life of me. I would write songs to the Lord. And sometimes I would remember those songs and I'm like, where did that come from? And then I'm reminded like, oh, I wrote that when I was so young. And as I think of those songs, I'm like, wow, just the fact that I had such intimacy with the Lord at that time, singing words of intimacy with him that I really didn't realize, cognitively. But now I'm looking back like, wow, okay, Lord, we did have something there.
Right.
It was awesome just seeing that. But yeah, I wrote all the songs. Um, on one of the songs I actually co-wrote, Walk on Water was a co-write we did, me and my friend from college, on Facebook. And so that was really fun. But other than that, yes, it was all
Oh,
original.
that sounds fun and exciting, all at the same time to be able to be on, national and global platforms with other people. And now you're saying, okay, God, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this thing solo,
Yeah.
and actually going through with it. So I applaud you, number one, for going
Mhm.
through it because a lot of times it's easy to say I'm gonna do it, but to actually do it, that's a
Oh yeah.
whole nother game.
It is. But I think with those platforms, it honestly it built my faith and also showed me a different perspective. And so it encouraged me to show that I can do it, and this is what it should look like. The Lord's way, though it is the music industry and its business, and it can be sometimes a bit shady, but it's possible. And so it really built me up in that area to just go with it, go with the flow and pursue it. And I've been doing things almost all my life scared. So, might as well keep at it.
Don't let
Don't
it
let
stop
fear,
you, right?
take
Don't
over.
let it stop.
Yeah,
Now, now you said you're a songwriter and you've been writing songs for years. Do you write for other people as well?
I do. I've been writing songs for myself, but of course, I haven't released all of those songs because I'm just releasing this project. So I do have stuff that I plan to demo out later in life, just in preparation of that. And then I have done co-writing, which was new for me like 2 years ago when I got acquainted with this group of worshipers, and it was just wow. It kind of took me back because one, I never really knew about co-writing, and then it was so awkward because I'm like, why would I want to co-write when it's in me? But it just showed me a lot of different ways to write and the beauty of writing with other like-minded people, though every person in that room is different in how they think, how they perceive, and their background. So everything that was brought to the table sometimes was refreshing and just like, in awe. So yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So you have a project that you're working on right now, and it's a dream that you've been trying to fulfill for a while. So what is that?
Yeah, so I have entered into, and many people don't know what this is. It's called the Hollywood Bowl 2022. And what it is an opening act opportunity to open for some major artists within the music industry, not just within the gospel sector, but even, in the secular sector. And so right now it's a competition and going amongst many, many people in different groups. And so currently in the process of this competition, you have to vote for the person you're wanting to advance. And I think we're on the third or fourth round. I'm not quite sure. But right now I'm within the top 10 and trying to keep it that way. So that way we can get to, number one and be an opening act.
Mm,
And to even participate, or if you all want to join and help, or even spread the word, you can go to iamloutaylor.com and you'll see right up at the top what it's about, how to vote. If you feel led to donate voting, you can do so. I think it's a $10 minimum if you care to donate. If not, you can donate for free every day, because it is a daily type of voting, because the more votes you can get, the better your chances are with getting to the next round, right? And so that's what I've been entering into and preparing myself, because it's just a really good opportunity, I think, to advance myself and grow within music, learn, and also just be on that type of platform and be able to minister in a different way. So I'm really, really excited about it. At the same time, I'm nervous, but I'm nervous about everything. So I just take it to God. I'm like, all right, help me,
Now your with your new project, they can actually go to your website iamloutaylor.com and go purchase that as well out there. Or how can they get that as well?
When you say get, are you talking about the music project or voting?
The music project, because I'm kind of like trying to make sure that we kind of
Oh,
get them to be able to support both.
got it. Yep. So the website, you can also go there, and it will show all the platforms that it's on. YouTube, I have a YouTube channel, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music. So it's all there. So my website is like a one-stop shop for not just music, but other house hacking stuff within YouTube. So that's where you can find bulk of my stuff, even social media, you know.
And that is iamloutaylor.com.
Yeah.
So so if they try to follow you on Instagram and all these other things, everything's I am Lou Taylor, or is it Lou Taylor? How do they follow you?
Everything is I am Lou Taylor. I only have three social medias. That's Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. I can't keep up with all of them, you know. I don't do Twitter. It's too much.
I get it. I get
Until
it,
I get
honey.
a messenger, no. It's a lot of work.
Yes. What would you say to the young person that is in their 20s and they want to give up because things just have not worked out or hadn't panned out the way they see it? And, now you're looking in the eyes of the person that is there where you were,
Hmm.
but you've come on the other side of that. What would you say to that person to get them to move forward and not just say, you know what, I give up. It's not gonna work for me. What would you say to that person?
Good question, because I was hard headed. And stubborn. So I would honestly encourage a person just to let them know, like, despite the mistakes that you've made, um, the traumas and experiences that you felt weren't in your favor, despite you going through that, the Lord still wants to be able to use that for your advantage and for His glory. It doesn't feel good. It may not seem like it's good for you or it's worthless, but at the end of the day, it's not. It's either to build you or build someone else that you're going to come across to help encourage them. And you're worth the time, the effort to become your better self. So stick it out to see who you'll become. Don't be scared of what then looks like versus now, but be confident in the Lord and really trust Him. And in those areas where you're scared and doubtful, that's those areas He wants you to cling to Him on, because He's the only one that's going to be able to carry you through. Because if He hasn't led you out of it yet, He plans to lead you through it. So.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So on your CD, you on your EP, you said that your two favorite projects, two favorite songs are no, not another job and Destination Goodbye.
Hmm. Yeah.
Now, for that person who you just spoke to, is there a favorite song that would actually minister to them?
Think not another job more so is relatable and can minister to anyone, because a lot of times on our jobs it's not always where we want to be or what we want to do with the amount we want to make, and it can be frustrating. And for most people, they're so gifted and talented, and a job is really, it doesn't even tap in to their identity and their purpose in life and what they're supposed to walk out. And so they get frustrated, feel stuck, irritated, and like it's like that inner man is kind of wrestling with them of the reality versus the dream. And so it's really just a reminder, like, don't get stuck mentally, emotionally, in the vein of doing this job. Take what you need to take on. Yes, we don't despise small beginnings, but we also don't stay stuck. Like, we're there for a reason, to grow, to build, whatever the case is, and then also to continue to pursue purpose with the Lord. So that was really my own reminder, because I was getting stuck and frustrated at my job, and that's where I had wrote it. So
Gotcha. And you know it in that place of frustration that the birthing can happen.
yeah.
You're in that place where you're like, okay, Lord, this ain't it. I will give it to you.
Hmm. And this is how that song was birthed. I literally on the clock just typing away, and the first lyrics came, and I told my coworker, like, listen to this. I was like, I'm gonna write a song. My job always knew I'm either singing, writing, or dancing, or just making somebody laugh. My job was
Yes,
too
yes.
easy for me, and I was like, Lord, why do you have me here? I don't want to be here. If
You
I'm
have
being,
some people on Facebook that says I've been there. You have people over there saying
I
I've
don't want
been
to be
there.
here, but I need my bills paid. But Lord, what you doing? That's what I was asking him. And so
Yes.
it was a reminder, like, don't get stuck here. Like, pursue purpose. Don't be so stuck in position.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I like what you just said. You said pursue purpose and don't get stuck in a position.
Yeah.
Um, that's powerful right there. Pursue purpose and don't get stuck in a position, because you can be in a position that you just absolutely hate, and now you've attached that position to your identity. That's not who
Hmm.
you are. That's just what you do for
Right.
the time being, temporarily. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What did you do temporarily? So you
Hmm.
can't allow that to be an attachment to your identity. So, girl, you just preached a whole sermon with that one statement.
Listen,
Yes,
ask my coworkers about that, and their answers would obviously shock me because they were always positioned. And I was like, why? It baffled me because I'm just like, there's so much more you could do. Like I'm watching you do what you do, and there's so much more in you, but you're so
yeah,
complacent here, and that's fine. I don't want to knock people that are have been faithful to their jobs, to
yeah,
each of one. But yeah, go for it.
yeah. I can definitely relate because I think when we were having a layoff, I was working for one of the big banks. We were
Mhm.
having a layoff, and 200, all 200 was closing. They was closing out. You know, we were all losing the position. They was
Mhm.
closing our site and moving to Massachusetts. And I was asking people who had been there like 20 years, 25 years. I was asking, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I've been that goofy. I ask questions like that, and these people been there 20, plus years, and they're like, "I don't know." And that was like that
Mhm.
kind of shook my soul to see people that much older than myself to say, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to be. I've only known this job for the last 20 to 25 years. And I'm like, that's not. And so to speak to that person that's hearing this and saying, pursue purpose and don't get stuck in a position, girl, I'm telling you, you don't know who you just helped take. You saw it. I saw in the spirit some shackles falling. You don't even
Listen,
understand.
we need to get out. We need to be free, doing what we need to
Mhm.
do because there's too many people that need us to do what we
Yeah,
need to do. So yeah, there's a lot on the line. And when you kind of put it
yeah,
in that perspective, at least for me, it's like, well, dang, let me get my stuff together because I don't want to let somebody else down because I didn't say yes, to the Lord. So it's yeah.
you sure you wasn't at our Queens United for the Great Awakening event back in at the end of June? Because when I tell you, you're like all in the pot. Yes,
Yeah.
because it's time for us to move forward because there's some people waiting on us, and
Yeah.
until we get in position, we're holding them up.
Yeah. And that's not fair. We're robbing them. That's something
Come
that they
on,
need.
Lord,
Because what
come
if,
on.
if somebody else robbed us for what we need, like how mad would we be? Like, dang, you had that, you didn't, share it, you didn't tell me. Like I would feel hurt. And I don't want that to be the same way. So, treat us
Right,
the way you want to be treated.
right,
Talks about it.
right. Wow, that is so powerful. That's powerful. So for that go-getter that says, I'm going, but I need a second win. Let's speak to that person that's saying, I'm almost at burnout mode. I'm that go-getter. I'm the one that's always going. What words would we say to encourage that person that's they're like, "Ooh, I'm a little tired right now, Lou. I'm tired." What
Mhm.
would we say to that person to encourage it down?
I would say rest. It is okay to rest. Burnout can happen, especially when there's a lot of zeal. Burnout happens, but it's okay to take that time and rest. And then you're resting, you know, have your daily meetings with the Lord. I say like CEO meetings because at the end of the day, He's giving you visions and dreams and strategies and all that. At least He should be. And so, in that moment of resting, like rejuvenate yourself, do things you love to do, allow yourself to become creative and be sensitive to any small idea, any small thought, and surround yourself with people, somewhat like an incubator to stir creativity or stir inspiration to give you that second wind of okay, I got it, I'm ready to go back at it again. Every once in a while, I do it, I need it, and I'm okay, and I've become comfortable with the resting portion of it because that's sometimes where the Lord has a lot to say and you're actually at a place where you can listen because you're not doing so much. So
Right, right. It's in that time that we can actually hear him because he's
yeah,
talking. Most of them are too busy to hear.
yeah, yeah. So rest. It's okay. Just don't
So
quit.
look, exactly. So look for the people who tuned in a little later, whether
Yeah.
they're in Facebook land, LinkedIn land, YouTube land. Tell them how they can follow you, how they can purchase this EP, how they can vote for you and help you get on this, be the opening act on
Yes.
Hollywood,
Okay. All right. So
Hollywood
social
Bowl.
media. You can find me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at I am Lee Taylor. Far as music, I am streaming on all platforms. So go and download Nude by Lou Taylor. If you don't know where or how to download music, that's okay because you can go to my website, iamloutaylor.com, and it shows everything. It shows the areas of download, as far as the streaming platforms. Also, just a little bit more about me, YouTube channel, if you care to follow me there and subscribe. And then also the Hollywood Bowl 22, I have gone into the competition of that. And so I need your help with voting daily. If you can, set a reminder, a little something, so that way you can vote for me. It is a 24-hour daily free vote, or you can donate the vote by hitting the together vote. But again, all of that is on my website, iamleetaylor.com. So feel free to go there and check it out.
All right, so y'all go and check out iamloutaylor.com. Go give her some votes so we can get her on that
Yeah.
opening out there so that she can glorify God through her worship and her voice, and others be exposed to who He is. And
Yeah.
welcome everybody who's chiming in. Thank you for chiming in over there, Sherry, on LinkedIn. She's chiming in from Beverly Hills. So we
Hey,
got
come
some
on,
people
Beverly.
in California. We're a
Beverly
little bit
Hills.
everywhere. I see so far for the people who are responding, I see South Carolina, North Carolina, California, Georgia, and I can't tell
Oh, I
anything
wish I
else
could see
because
the
they're not
people.
responding. Huh?
So I wish I could see the people. Hello, people. Thanks so much for tuning in.
So if you go over to Facebook and you can look, and I'll send you the YouTube link shortly.
Okay.
But on the Facebook side, you'll be able to see all of their messages and
Okay.
all of what they're typing
Gotcha.
for the Facebook side of things. But yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Any final words that we want to leave with the people about following who God has called them to be and not being stuck?
Um, I'll keep it short and sweet. Go and grow. I say that quite often. I've realized, like, go for it. As you do it, you may have learned something and you grow from it. And you just keep repeating that. Keep repeating that. Uh, you know, we want to pursue being our better version, and also pursuing what the Lord has called us to do on this earth. So go and grow, do it, and be a good steward over it.
I love that. So you're gonna have to create something and post that and say go grow and repeat.
Yeah, good.
You have to post something like that. Go grow and repeat. Be
Yeah.
Lou Taylor.
I
Yeah.
do it, well, I normally say it at the end of my YouTube videos because I used to not train people, but teach people about house hacking and how to do it. So I always tell them to do it because there's always going to be that trial and error. So you'll definitely find it over there.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Well, we want to thank you so much for joining us this evening. You have been a blessing. You've hit some golden nuggets, and we are going to make sure that everyone goes out there and vote for you on
All right.
iamloutaylor.com and go get your new EP called The New Project on iamloutaylor.com. Did y'all hear me say iamloutaylor.com? All
Yep, you got it.
right. All
Thank you
right.
so
Well,
much.
thank you again, and we will see you soon.
All right. You guys will have a great night.
All right, you too. Good night. All right, y'all. So Lou y'all, when I tell y'all Lou was a blessing tonight with some awesome, just words of encouragement. Make sure you go visit iamloutaylor.com. Y'all go get her new EP called News. Also, help her become that opening act. So go out there and vote for her. You can vote daily. But she gave some great tips. She said, go, grow, and repeat. It's time for you to do that. And stop holding yourself up. Stop being stuck in a position. She said, be confident in the Lord, pursue purpose. And she said, for that go-getter who's tired, she said it's okay to rest. And in that rest, it's time for you to have a CEO meeting with the Lord. And she called that incubator. I love that. So if you missed any of this interview, y'all got to go back and hit that replay. And in order to do the replay, I don't want y'all to go watch it on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook. I want you to go to my YouTube channel because we're trying to grow the YouTube channel. So go over to Aaliyah the Purpose Midwife, and that's Aleigha, Aaliyah the Purpose Midwife, and go and subscribe to that for us. Listen to the replay, and whatever stood out to you, I want you to put that in the comments. What hit your heart? What hit your spirit? Because she was dropping some powerful stuff. So thank y'all so much for joining us this week. We will be back next week with another great guest. and I can't recall the topic, but I'll tell y'all more as the week progresses. Thank y'all so much for joining, and we will see you same time, same place next week. I am Aaliyah, your purpose midwife. Y'all have a blessed, blessed evening. Love y'all.